Hey guys and girls, my name's THEGAMINGTECH. Welcome on into the channel. We're looking at 3D printing again, and this time we're going to be looking at an upgrade for the Bambu Lab P1S, and it's going to be, I'm hoping to find a riser so we can actually lift the AMS unit, which is the unit that holds the four coloured spools. So we're going to see if we can lift that up and create a housing for it and stuff like that. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at the Bambu Lab software. You can see there we're into the software. I've not played around with this too much. Some of this looks a wee bit over my head at the moment. So we're just going to go with hopefully what other people have designed, and then we're basically going to print that off and see what happens. So what we'll do, so you can see there I've already typed in AMS riser, and I've already decided we're going to be doing this AMS riser version 2, but you can see just by scrolling down the amount of different designs is absolutely mind-boggling. Some of the ideas that people come up with, pretty impressive, and some of them look like it could be just different variations of the one we've picked. But yeah, we're definitely going for the version 2 one. To me it looks pretty decent, so that's what we're going to go for. So we'll just get into it. And you can see there it brings up all the information, and then obviously you click on that and it shows all the different things that are actually part of this. Now we're not going to be doing all of the bits and pieces here. We've got to do the main sort of body part with the vents and drawers. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do any of the tool holders or anything just yet, so I don't know what I'm actually going to need. So I think at the moment, I think this is going to be the best option at the moment, doing the main body, and then we can add to it if I need to in the future. One of the good reasons of doing it is on it does have an option for a light. So if we go into here, if we download it, we can click on project, and you've got model information, which brings up a much more detailed set of images. But if we scroll down, you can see there it's got space for lighting. So we'll get an LED strip into there, and you can see the difference from there's the standard light to the new light, which is going, well, depending on what LEDs I get, it's going to give us something similar to that, hopefully, which is going to make it look a lot better for printing on the channel and stuff. So we'll go with that. Let's download and open. There we go. Right, okay, so let's start with part 1. Okay, so there we go there. There's the 4 different plates there. Essentially, we're going to start with part 1. I'll get that printed off, but what I want to do, I want to change the colours. I don't want to do it grey and yellow. What I want to do is I want to do it black with grey, I think. So let's have a look. So there's the colours here on the right. In fact, can I sync? Yep, so that should be the colours that are in my device. Yes, so it shows there what colours I've actually got loaded into the machine. So I'm wanting to do black and grey, and it's like matte black and matte grey. Keep it nice and simple. So we'll change the colours. Now it's wanting to do it, it's changed to grey and green, so we want to change this colour. We'll do it to black. And then this one, What do to grey? Yeah. And that's what we'll do for all of them. Now this one, I think we can just do this all black. I don't think there's any change in colour. So let's just pick that. Same with this one. I think I'm doing it right. And then lastly, this one here. And change that to grey. Yeah. So it should end up with a grey front. So yeah, we're going to start with the first one. So I believe to set this up from here, we've got that selected, we've got a colour selected. Got to click on slice plate and it will prepare the print for us. And there you can see it's showing the supports. You can see there it's showing the supports there. We'll get a slightly better look at what it's going to look like. That's exactly how that's going to print that out, which is quite cool. You can see there on the right hand side it actually gives us quite a bit of information. It actually tells us how much material I think it's going to use. So it's 365 grams of the black, 5 grams of the grey, so it's given us the totals. And then, oh, it's given the times. So there's 12 hours and 59 minutes, so 13 hours essentially, isn't it? And that's going to be times 2 because we've got 2 of these to print. So that's going to be quite a hefty print. And then I believe all we need to do is go to print plate. It says send print job 2. So it's on about the machine. It's going to the Bambu printer. And again there, it's giving us our time. And that's estimated. I think it can be slightly quicker or slightly longer. Not too sure. It just depends. And then that is it. So we'll just click on that. And it's preparing. So what I'll do is I'll get all 4 pieces of this printed off and I'll show the time lapses and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now we've got those 4 parts printed. What we need is some of the extra bits and pieces. So you can see there that the first section, which is the 4 main parts, it took around 50, 55, 56 hours, give or take. Certainly very long to print. I couldn't believe how long it was going to take, but yeah, it did. Then we're needing the other parts as well. So we've got this part here. Yep, so we've got these parts here, which is a front cover, front plate, sorry. The front plate, again, what a change of colour. We'll go black. Nice and straightforward. Hit slice plate. That should be it. Ready to go. So we'll get that set off as well. Okay, now that the front plate is printed, we need the covers for these plates as well. You just gotta go for the simple ones. Yep, just gotta go for this simple plate here. Now, it's got them separate now. What we'll do is change the colour. Okay, so now we've got the colour changed on these two. We'll just slice the plate and get them printed as well. Okay, now we've got the front plates and the covers all done. We need the side vents, so let's get this selected and done. Again, we want to change the colour. In fact, what's happened here, it's resunk. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That's the shade of grey I've got. And then that'll match the front part of the main body. We'll get them printed. Okay, so now we've got the side panels done, the vents, we've got them done. So let's do the next part, which is this TPU gasket. Let's do this. Now it's wanting to do it in TPU. Now, obviously I don't have TPU. Let's just make sure we sync the machine. Use modified value, okay. Now we're going to do these in black. Just like that. Get them synced. Perfect, we'll get them printed. Okay, so now we've got the TPU gasket done, and the next piece looks like it's going to be the drawers. Let's have a look. Looks pretty straightforward. Again, we'll just make sure that the printer's syncing. And certainly, like say for the main drawer, could do that in black. We'll do the handles in black as well. Now I'm not going to print the front plate there, the one that's in yellow here. I've seen another one that's got a honeycomb design on it. That's just a plain one. So I think I'm going to do the one with the honeycomb design because that'll tie in with the side vents. So I thought that'd be a little bit better. So what we'll do is we'll get this set up to print. Okay, so we've got the drawer done. I was looking at the handles here now. Obviously that's quite a small piece. So I was hoping to possibly do 2, and it looks like we can possibly clone it. Number of copies 1. Or maybe move it about. Yeah, we'll print both of them because we're going to need 2 drawers anyway, so they're going to be using the same handle. I think it'd make a bit of sense. So we'll get them sliced. We'll get that done. Right, so we've got the drawer, certainly one drawer, and the handle's done. We're needing the front plates now. Remember I was saying there was a honeycomb version of the front plates. So we're going to download that. Right, so here's the drawers here. So we've got 2 different ones. We've got one with the Bambu Lab logo, I believe. Yeah. One with the Bambu Lab logo, one without. And to be fair, yeah, we want to do them without. So what we want to do is we're going to be doing 2 of them, so we might as well clone that. 1 copy. Let's just space it out a little bit. And then obviously we want to change that to the grey because I want it to match everything else. And then we'll send that off to get printed. Right, okay, so we've done a lot of those parts. They're all done, ready to go. Now, we're needing another drawer. Now, I was going to do another drawer the same as what we've already done, but I've seen this one here. And I thought that this one was actually a really cool looking one because it actually has little inlays for some of the tools and some of the spare parts that you get with the printer. So I thought that'd be a much better one to do. So let's get that one done. And obviously we'll make sure it's syncing again. And we'll just do that in black as well. Yeah, you can see there, it looks like it's got spaces for spare heads. It's got the Allen key slots there. It's got, I think it's like blades and stuff like that. So yeah, that looks like it'll do nicely. So what we'll do is we'll get that set up. We'll get that done. Right, okay, so we've got most of the stuff printed off. Now, scrolling down through all the different options and stuff that people have been coming up with, and I've seen this here is covers for the rear vents. So I thought that looked pretty nifty, so we'll do these as well. As you can see in some of these pictures, it's got them there, because at the moment, it looks like that's going to be open. So we'll maybe print off these vents, and they'll actually tie in with the side vents and that we've printed off for there. So you've got the honeycomb and all the rest of it. So I think that's going to look pretty cool, I think. So let's download and set that up. Now obviously we want to change its colour. We'll just sync the printer again. We want to go for the grey to tie in with other ones. We'll get them printed off as well. Right, we'll get them done. Okay, so you can see there we've actually got all the parts printed out now. And I don't know if you can see some of this, but certainly the quality of some of the parts is actually really good. Really, really good, really well done. And it looks like it's going to all come together pretty neatly. You can look at the drawer there for all the different tools and stuff, so yeah, it looks really nice. Same with the honeycombs, all the little vent pieces, etc. All looks really good. And it looks like a lot of it's just got snapped together. And like I said, the main pieces here, a little bit dusty. Yeah, actually came out as a really good print. It'll be interesting to see how this all comes together. You can see some of the joints are all just got to slide in, just like what the instructions were showing when we were looking at it before we printed. And you can see there, like we went for the grey on the front. It's a little bit thin looking here, you can see the black through it, but it should be okay, I think. It's going to be fine when it comes together. And also, I've got an LED strip as well to go on it as well, so hopefully that'll fit in neatly. And it's got a remote control, and obviously you can cut the LED down to the size you need, which is got to be good because we don't need the whole lot. It's like 2 meters long or something. I don't think we're going to need half of that, so it'll be interesting to see how it all comes together. Okay, so we've got the 4 main pieces here, so let's just have a look, see if we can get these together. Like I say, it looks like it's just all going to slide together. Nice tight fit. Everything's slotted fine there. I think it's just going to be the same with this piece as well. Yep, slides together nicely. And then I think this slides up into this one. This is going to be a bit fiddly for trying to do it on the camera, I think. Just trying it down the way. In fact, I'll probably do it. Looks like it's got to slide down the words. Just getting the angles right. Just like that. Yeah, it's certainly coming together. I'm going to pop in this in. Together. Snaps in just like that. These little pieces snapped in. I think my knees just snapped there as well. Come on. There we go. rear vents. Now they ones might actually need glued in. And again, now they're in, it's not like they're going anywhere. Got the two parts of the front plate here. You should just swap together. Just like that. And I think they just slide in. Again, some of the tolerances are actually quite tight, which is good. I think it's a nice snug fit. And we've got like little top covers for the front just to finish it off. Hides the joints. What else we've got? Oh yep, the drawers. So let's start with the fancy drawer. Now I think this one might end up having to glue these on, because these just sit in place like that. So they're just sitting in. Then the handle is what actually holds it together by what I can see. Although this one seems to be slightly different. Yeah, it's actually not got a slot for that to locate into. Whereas if I look at this one, this is just a plain one. This was for the actual design of the handles, I think. You see it's got a ridge there, and that actually slots down inside it, so it holds it together. I think I will, like I say, probably put a dabby glue on new ones, and then that should just slide on in just like that. Holy moly, that looks pretty smart. Do you see, I'll pull that back out. When it printed it, obviously because it printed it face down, so these are like recessed, so it actually fills in the gaps. So if I get a wee tool, and they just pick out. It's like really soft, just picks out like that. And leaves next to no marks at all, which is pretty smart. Yeah, so looking at that other drawer, I'm going to have to modify that some way. Probably remove that bottom edge there, which is a bit of a shame. I wonder, I'll maybe have a look, see if there's a different file for the handle for that drawer front. I'd like to keep them the same, so I might just have to chop that bit off and get it to sit down in there, and then obviously we'll glue it together, I think. So that'll have to get put to the side. And obviously there's a couple of little covers here. So just clip in there. And we've got another one there. It's just a little cover that'll just sit on there. That'll obviously go on once we put it into place, I think. Yeah, that's looking pretty smart. What I'll need to do is I'll need to fit the LEDs in there. And I'll also have to fiddle about and do something with that drawer. So what I'll do is I'll do the LEDs off camera, because that's going to be a whole nightmare trying to get myself round about the camera and not get in the way and such. So we'll have a look once it's finished. Okay, so you can see there we've got the LED strip attached. It had some sticky back adhesive on it, so managed to get it to stick and trimmed it just at this point here. As you can see there, there's actually a groove in the unit there for putting the cable through, which is quite nifty. I'll just put a dab of glue on there to make sure that stays in place. So I think there's one more thing to go on, and that's the TPU gasket thing. I've also managed to glue this drawer. So cut the bottom tab off, and because it's been printed in layers, it actually cut no problem at all. It basically cut along one of the layers and managed to get that glued on in place, so it's nice and secure. And I've put a dab of glue on the other drawer as well, so hopefully that should stay together. I doubt I'm going to be in and out of it that much, so it should be okay. Right, so what I'll do is we'll get the TPU gasket on, which goes on the other side, and that's just these 4 thin pieces, and it's basically, I think it stops any glare coming up. I think we'll just I'll get that on off camera. You can see that it's got little pegs that it slots into, so I'll get that attached, and then that should be it. Right, there we have it. I've got it installed on top of the printer, and I must admit it looks pretty damn cool. You can see there the glass pane sits in that part there. It sits nicely. Not only that, it's taking it up off of the print head, because I noticed just where the glass sitting on the normal bit, it was just touching the tube and everything, so it removes that from there, gets that away, and you can already see the difference in lighting as well. You can see there it looks a damn sight brighter inside there compared to the old one. The old light is pretty dull in comparison, so that's going to look really cool when we do our first print. And with the controller, obviously if I wanted, I could do like different colours and stuff like that, but I think we'll just be sticking with the plain old white. I think that'll do nicely for the printer. I think it's going to look pretty damn cool, I think. So yeah, can't wait to get that done. Now you can also see, got the drawers in, sit quite nicely in there. Obviously I've got to put all this stuff in, and there's also a section there for spare plates, so you can actually have 2 spare plates if you had different types of plates. So you get plates with different finishes and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to doing my first print with this. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Okay, so thank you very much for watching the video. If you made it this far, thank you very much, I really do appreciate it. I'm still getting used to doing this type of content, and as you can see, some of the video when I was using my phone, it wasn't the best. Having camera angles off and stuff like that, it's something I'm going to have to work on and hopefully improve. And After I finished recording, I realised I was actually wearing my work stuff still. So yeah, monkey jumper and t-shirt, so I do apologise for that. As you can see, we're doing a final print here of a little Christmas tree. And it's using the new lighting, which looks absolutely fantastic, makes a big difference to the prints. The one downside I did notice though was the LED strip, because it had sticky back with the heat from the printer, etc. It actually come unstuck. So instead of relying on that, make sure you secure it with glue. That's what I ended up doing. I put a dab of glue every couple of inches just to make sure that it's stuck, and so far it's stayed in place. But after saying all that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you liked the video, please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't, and ring that bell. Leave a comment even if it's an emoji for engagement. As always, I'll leave a link on the left for the series, as well as another video of interest. And on the right, a link to this channel. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.